Hello, and welcome to another episode of Live with Lizzy, coming to you from extremely rainy Boston, Massachusetts. Thank you so much for being with me tonight. I'm going to read some older poems and then some newer poems, starting with some stuff from my recently published book. Yay! Which you can find on the Barnes & Noble website. Chapter 1. My Life is Crumbling. Saltwater. To ease the hook out of your bulging jaw, I would show you the scar that sits in mine. Grew up with folks who went against the law. Yes, they taught my young body how to fight. To ease the harpoon out of your tight fist, I would display the calluses in mine. I'd reveal all the things I had to risk and also all the gold I got to find. To haul your anchor up from dragging ground, I would teach you a way to coil the chain. I'd show you how it makes a joyful sound, how good oil prevents creeping rust from rain. To ease the saltwater taste in your mouth, I'd tell you something sweet to flush it out. Southpaw. My hands are working creatures, grizzled beasts. They bear the scars of learning from the whip. My palms hold telling marks, burns in each crease. These bold storylines, are they flaws or gifts? My hands have equal capability. I reach with whichever one is closer. The right, the left, it's all the same to me. I'm trending southpaw as I get older. These hands are good at finding what I need. They fill up like a cornucopia. And once I have enough to stop the bleed, I'll share what I have left over with you. How powerful a pair of working hands, executors of carefully laid plans. Dream girl. I found a tree and laid down underneath, to rest a while, to stretch after my shift. Observed as pollinators moved through leaves, sweet sunny honeybees in breezy drift. When limber time was done, I headed home. I had a polite exchange with a cop. White privilege is weed in your pocket while knowing your blood's safe each single drop. I've sinned so many times and not been seen. No one suspects this sweet, trustworthy face. Sexism is when you're a gorgeous dream, despite behavior that should bring disgrace. I found I get to do just as I please as long as folks picture me on my knees. Blood drive. I gave blood once in high school at a drive. They set up in the gym for convenience. I thought, this is a way I can save lives. I sat, the needle went in, barely winced. I did fine, right until I stood back up. The world narrowed, a black tunnel so small. My eyes rolled back, dropped my apple juice cup. Somebody standing nearby broke my fall. You have to cough, I heard from far away. I found myself swimming in sunken place. I hacked a little, found it cleared my gaze. I blinked until I saw a concerned face. The friend on whom I'd always had a crush, he caught me when I passed out. What a rush. Silverfish. Oh, little silverfish, I feared you so. When you showed up in my childhood bedroom, I asked my mother to please make you go. Predictably, her thoughts were caught in gloom. You have to clean, they like a messy space. A buck passer right to the very end. It's hard to meet complex problems with grace. Why not just grab reality and bend? They like a broken home, the silverfish. They get in through the holes in walls, you see. They mind no broom or fervent, fearful wish. They saw the gaps and came to live with me. A silverfish loves tropical climates. I spoke my fear, no one seemed to mind it. Grenadine. Grenadine girl, pomegranate and bloom, not cherry like most people seem to think. I swirl into your cocktail with a swoon. I swim among the ice cubes in your drink. But If you cut me up, I'm a grenade, so much less sweet when I am incomplete. I just want to exist how I was made, my crooked cowlick, my super wide feet. Oh, leave me be or let me be, sugar. I have no desire to bring destruction. I'll come together with you, my lover. I seek ingredients that complement. The spoon slides in, it stirs us all around. What drink is poured out? What new thing is found? Leaves. The leaves grew large when I was not watching. Just small buds the moment I looked away, now flaming bright in sunshine. Bees won't sting the folks who sit beneath this verdant shade. The leaves don't mind my curious green eyes. They love the folks who look a bit like them. They shimmy in the wind to my delight. They're just as gorgeous as me and my friends. The leaves have their designs, as do we all. They have intentions that we do not know. A leaf's purpose, to guide summer to fall, to sing so soothingly as high winds blow. When leaves grow large, we love them well for it. Lean close, breathe deep, enjoy the oxygen. Noticing in the square. A man, unhoused, holds newspapers to sell. Bronze statue of a dog shows off bright nose. Sustained jubilant tones from a church bell. Subway station where people come and go. A fence that needs some mending in one spot. Buds elbowing their way out from branches. A kid tying their shoelace in a knot. Irish bar. Years ago I took chances. A couple holding hands who look my way. The movie theater with the seats so steep. I notice things because I am okay. I'm so damn safe that I'm not scared to peek. I think I know the thing I'm looking for, but of course my heart is open to more. Root beer. A slow meander home past bright flowers. The blooms smell, improbably, of root beer. They are all mine these warm afternoon hours. Each day I leave my work and find them here, tucked neatly between sidewalk cobblestones. These messages in bottles, each tells more. Small secrets meant to be witnessed alone, which find their way together into lore. The flowers really did smell like root beer. All sassafras, wintergreen, cinnamon. A fine reminder all's not what it seems. It's good to use all senses to listen. To roam without a care is luxury, a gift I worked so hard to buy for me. Sundress. In throes of hope, I bought a short sundress, the kind that's meant to show off summer skin. I felt the urge to wear a little less, to hike up the hem of my skirt a bit. I made my world a safer place to live. These days there are no crowds of groping hands. I can look cute but still not have to give a single person who wants me a chance. And when I meet someone who fits the bill, I'll make damn sure they know just what I like. The whole point of being a dress to kill is having so much fun you want to die. I've found that when I wear a short sundress, 1,000 people want me to say yes. Butter, Part 1. I want to melt into you like butter. Oh, hear the way I soften with a sigh. I want to be your craving to smother, rest puddled in a heap in warm daylight. The god of sun may lay his hands on me. His touch, it finds no defense from my dress. The places where his fingers wander gleam, widening golden swaths cover my chest. A field of hay beneath my lazy bones. 1,000 souls rest deeper in the dirt. I'll take my measure of the warmth that glows. I will not rush my dive into the earth. For now, let us swirl into each other. I'll be the honey, you be the butter. Lamp. Bronze lamp, forgotten downstairs in the rush. It burns, then flickers, then becomes the night. Brown banister, it knows nothing but touch. Some hands hold it so gently, some so tight. Brass doorknob, burnished by years of living. The sentinel that watches as we move. It does nothing to reveal misgivings. It makes no effort to cause harm or soothe. Bright candles in a silver chandelier. They are the only remnant of the sun. Draw a circle wide with salt and have no fear. You are safe and there's pleasure to be done. Broad hands on my back as we slowly sway. I've been looking forward to this all day. Bird song. If you're outside and you can't hear birds sing, best to take a beat, kid. Cast your eyes around. There's something wrong if song isn't ringing. There's danger afoot when you hear no sound. Where flocks don't feel it's safe enough to wing, take note and take a hike. It's safe, get gone. The birds are creatures who will tell you things if you would listen closely to their song. Birds, they will flee from danger, as should you. The air is a highway to good freedom. There is no honor in holding abuse. Better to take flight, wonder at the sun. The birds will go where it is safe for them. You have the exact same right, my dear friend. Bumble Death. Fair death, a humble bumblebee sails by. She doesn't lose her stinger like the rest. This bumblebee is with you when you die. She whispers, this is only the next step. This bee will flee her hive to rove the earth, nibble lush clover, sip honeysuckle. Her wings remember how to find return. On her way home, she stops, tastes a truffle. Beautiful death, she brings change where she goes. She heralds an old thing yielding the new. The breeze is where the bumblebee can flow, can drift along, a light upon a yew. This fuzzy little bumblebee, she stings, yet look at the raw strength her venom brings. Cabin. The storm gathers as we run for cover. There is a cabin not far off, I heard. The lock on the door's busted, my lover. We are not breaking in, the line is blurred. We need a place to hide from blackened clouds. The door creaks open just as the skies weep. Tell me your secrets, thunder drowns them out. If I confess, will you be mine to keep? The rain assaults the windows, beating fists. It hurls itself against the heartless panes. No matter how it threatens, we resist. Rain can't find us. It does not know our names. This cabin will do for the night. I'm tired. Please, my darling, would you build us a fire? So that was chapter 1. Now we're heading into chapter 2, titled Maybe Dating Will Help. Summer romance. A summer romance feels like what I need. I wish for sunset walks near the ocean. A kiss with someone who's real sweet to me, who looks my way and just can't help but grin. A summer romance feels so damn deserved. My body really wants some hands on it. I want to lay back, just get fucking served. Let someone take care of me for a bit. A summer romance doesn't have to be the center of my life, just something fun. Some time under the clouds, too laughing free. It really doesn't have to be the one. I'm ordering up a summer romance. Just one request, someone who will slow dance. Small talk. Do you believe that small talk can exist where thunder is a thing easily found? I lit a candle, burned up all the lists. Turns out I knew the thunder by its sound. The estuary cannot be the sea. A calm pond only knows its tiny home. There is a broader version of my need. I cannot meet it with my hands alone. A thunderstorm at sea is perilous. The tallest ships are first to be struck down. I have no fear. The waves won't come for us. The lightning will miss. Thunder is just loud. Small talk is safe, but it lives on the shore. Sometimes the heart just wants a little more. The water in the well. I see the water down inside the well, so cool and blue and lucid as a dream. When I look at the water, it's my hell. Sometimes I feel like everyone agreed on what we have to do to haul buckets up to the surface so we can slake thirst. To someone like me, it all seems like luck. Not knowing how to get water's the worst. Not sure if it's that I'm too good or bad, too boring or too intimidating, too capable, too strong, too fucking rad. Wish water was rideshare, I'd get ratings. Who wrote the rules for drawing from the well? Do they feel chatty like they want to tell? Sit on back. I want to feel like I'm captivating, like I'm the only thing worth looking at. Don't want someone who craves me for mating. I won't deep clean your house, no thanks to that. I want your eyes to rest gently on me because you seek the way I make you feel. Your eyes following where my hair falls free. Your heart convinced this might be something real. I want to be the one who gets approached. I hear I'm intimidating, I do, but that's just because this girl is the most and I know myself all the damn way through. I think I'm gonna sit on back and wait. Let's see what wanders my way through the gate. Heat. A single bead of sweat born on my neck, slow trails one finger gently down my spine. Each vertebra, a hill, a little test. Each space between, a sweet valley divine. From whose hand does this finger branch away? They stand out of sight, these eyes cannot see. I feel their touch on melting summer days. I do not have to seek, they come to me. A sudden shiver as the wind picks up. A cool breath whispers softly in my ear. Oh, come with me and sip the loving cup. There's room right next to me. Oh, come sit near. Breathe in, breathe out, a small pause in between. This is a new touch. Find out what it means. Butter, Part 2. Come celebrate the warm afternoon light. It finds no barrier at the window. The sky yawns wide, jaw unleashes the bright. We're up so very high, soft grass below. The heat travels quite far to be with us. It yearns for light years, then it finds our skin. It rides here on a galactic school bus, sunbeams like children talkative within. Oh, please slather dripping sun like butter, whatever gods are in charge of these things. Make us sweat deeply into each other, erase the memories of wedding rings. The afternoon is warming at our touch. Don't worry, there's a shady spot for us. Bubbles. The bubbles rise, seemingly from nowhere. They crowd together as they seek surface. Air travels through water. While it is there, it shares that there are other worlds than this. Expanding outward in all directions, the bubbles join to form a common cause. They pool an oasis of connection. Now I can finally breathe, take a pause. Two bubbles soar above the rest of them, a spiraling dance racing in joy flight. A new thing growing, some new life within. Sweet man took me to see Rufus Wainwright. The water's not my home, it is the sky. Do I have company for when I fly? Chapter 3. Dating didn't help. Now what? Sunrise. When there feels like there will be no sunrise, remember, you will always be okay. When you cannot clear the dust from your eyes, remember that your strong feet know the way. When gravity feels like it has a grudge, remember how you used to walk so light. When all you need is one long, warming hug, remember you no longer need to fight. When you feel like you just can't stand yourself, remember that it's okay to sit down. When everything is on the highest shelf, remember that a ladder is allowed. When your mind cannot puzzle what to do, remember, I will come to be with you. Little spider. I spun a thread of luck, twisted it tight, arranged it in a web with my strong hands, so in the dark, dissociated night, I'd have a sturdy, softened place to land. Oh, little spider, rest your weary paws. Did you know they have sweet, soft kitten feet? You followed every letter of the law. You did your best, but sometimes you get beat. That's not today, sweet spider babe. Hell no. This day your web will hold you safe and sound. You have the space and energy to grow. You find yourself so high above the ground. To wake from sleep and open all 8 eyes. Exhausting, scary, validating, wild. Easier. My life seems to be getting easier. I'm getting more skilled at accepting help. These two concepts, they collude, that's for sure. I used to rely only on myself. Earlier in my life, that way made sense. I wanted to be cooperative, but my caregivers were incompetent and I was just trying to fucking live. Things worked better alone for a while, true. Compared to harmful influences, sure. But as some time passed, I started to feel blue and I began to crave a little more. Deep breath, reach out and try it all again. Surely someone in this world is a friend. I choose. I choose a bad day. Clouds gather at will. When I look for misery, it finds me. Gather a mighty wind that gives a thrill. Use it to scare the storm away with glee. I choose a good day. The filter snaps on. I notice only things that bring me joy. Had to grow new organs. Took me real long, but now I digest things that would destroy. I choose what kind of day I'm going to get. I think you'll find the same is true for you. If you look for something, well, then I bet that people will do what you think they'll do. I choose. That is the burden and the gift. I lose when I think agency's a grift. The honey and the knife. Graze knife over steel, dip it in honey. The sharpest blade requires some sweetener. The sugar doesn't mind the edge, you see. It flows around over between under. The reason you don't hone honey dippers is that they're all about the rough, the grip. So many edges, fingerprints, sugar. Dippers need grain or the honey will slip. Knives dreaming too long in honey won't slice. They have to find a new way in the world. Some do not care. The honey feels too nice. Sometimes you give it all up for a girl. A knife so crystallized has made a choice. When it stays still, it raises sharpened voice. Properly spent. To play the violin requires distance. Up close, a rasping whisper in your face. The horsehair of the string, it takes a chance. It trusts that it will reach its proper place. The edges of the sound are rough and raw. Do not be fooled by mixing board magic. The violin will allow you to draw so close if you accept what is ragged. The violin can harmonize alone, though it sounds gorgeous with some company. It can find acceptance within its tone and without from those hands that know to please. So draw the bow, but only with intent. The sweetest sound is time properly spent. Hope. Hope is a quiet curiosity. It pads into your room on kitten toes. It settles itself down beside your feet. When you're ready, it will share what it knows. Hope thinks you might not trust it to be real. That's why its claw sometimes gives you a scratch. It wants you to know you're able to feel. That is the glory of life and the catch. Hope cannot root itself in ruined earth. To pour foundation, stones must be removed. No, this work is the kind that shows your worth. To you, that is, to whom it should be proved. Hope is beating a sword into a plow. It's working hard to let your heart allow. To-do list. My task of late has been to choose substance, to over and over again appear, To trust others to hold me in this dance, to stay when others say they want me near. A ghost can learn a solid way of life with time and help and patience and mistakes. Ethereal creature, I am no wife. No love ever thought I had what it takes. A phantom woman can claim solid form. She just needs proper resources, that's all. A life given a chance can become warm. I always get back up each time I fall. The to-do list is long, it never ends, but it's easier when I'm held by friends. Brakes. I hit my brakes so many miles ago. I bore down hard, beheld the angry sparks. The passengers climbed out escape windows. They took their luggage and retrieved their hearts. My brakes can't grip at first. They need some time, some track to figure out what's going on. Always slow, even way back in their prime, and now they waken loudly with a yawn. What happens in the space between action and reaction? A processing occurs. A stillness in the motion of passion. The line between before and after blurs. Slam that stainless steel pedal to the floor and hang on to the handle of the door. Serpent. The serpent slips between the garden rows. She slithers here and there, all forking tongue. She tastes the air where the sweet berries grow. Where mice smell the serpent, little feet run. She shines beneath the rays of sinking blaze, all thick ropes, coils of muscle memory. She craves a stone where she can spend her days, a boulder holding sun for her beneath. Black as dilated pupils, her fine scales reveal nothing. Is she poison or safe? The whole town knows that dead men tell no tales. If you wish to approach, you trust your fate. The serpent rests patiently in the dirt. She's curious. You here to fight or flirt? Job searches. A man curls over latte and the news. Job searches for another man to be. That seeker of biblical proportions grew too restless in his life. He had to flee. Surrounding, crowds combine, vibrant strangers. Soap bubbles converging, becoming one. Press in, come close, watch as curves rearrange. Choose carefully, it cannot be undone. The pages turn, Job breaks them with his eyes. One column, then the next, each line in turn. He knows just what he seeks, but where to find. A finished paper is only good to burn. If he would simply raise his eyes to see, perhaps he would decide to notice me. Litany. Let each of us have dignity at least. Let us feel worthy, loved, human, and whole. Let us have ready shelter from the beasts who seek to consume us, body and soul. Let each of us feel safe inside ourselves. Let us find what we seek when we reach out. Let us grow spreading wings of ringing bells and visit those far shores we've read about. Let us land softly where our feet alight. Let us find solid, floral, fertile ground. Let us warm our hands in syrup sunshine, feel where we will someday come back around. A person who is given what they need will find a way to give back what they seek. Black and blue. Out for a walk, I notice wind pick up. It kisses the left side of my sweet face. I glance that way, black cloud wall, ragged rough. The opposite direction, pale blue grace. I think I have some time before the rain. I grew up in the country after all. One thing you learn to tell if you have brains, just how long it will be before drops fall. I settle at the park to write some words, the ones you're reading now to be exact. Some little kids play nearby, tiny blurs. Their minds are filled with feelings, dreams, and facts. A roaming raindrop comes cozies with my phone. I guess I better pack up, head for home. Wooden wheel. A year compressed into a single day. A loss, and then another loss. I cannot stress enough. I'll be okay, though lately my poor ship's been getting tossed. The test, the question, cling tight or let go. A wooden wheel strains hard against the waves. The fish would tell me to join them below. The birds would say the air is where I'm saved. The lesson hurts a little less each time, but questions, they get mean when confronted. If wishing on a star is made a crime, show me on America's Most Wanted. A mermaid throws tresses over shoulder, advises me to act a bit bolder. Revolutionary. I burned the village where we were captive. The handcuffs tossed in the cauldron to melt. Threw my chains in there too, couldn't help it. You would agree if you knew how I felt. Turn your eyes to the town celebrating. A crowd of prisoners, all now released. If you feel trapped, you best get escaping. I didn't kill these guards only for me. Alarms are singing out, they harmonize. Don't worry, I'll shut down the power grid. Just focus on yourself and your own flight. I'll deal with the authorities' bullshit. Look at these wings, this face. I'm not afraid. I'll take the heat. Get out, get yours, get paid. So that was the first 3 chapters from my new book, Give It a Home, which you can find on barnesandnoble.com. Now I'm going to read you some newer stuff. Purple. I pulled both my hands free from the sticky, clutching grasp of unwanted responsibility. Did you know the folks are allowed to use gift wrap around anything they choose? There are no rules. It's not right to find glee in a hurtful surprise, but to some it feels too nice. They'll always try. Fled all the folks who wanted to bruise me. Those same, they encouraged me not to bleed. Cut my hair short with my own hands. Bathroom dyed it purple the way I always thought that it should be. My appearance pleases me. Purple goes on tresses, not in the skin, fading into green, then back to pink again. Reaching frequently made me limber, without my knowledge or consent. I walked out of the cave, veil in the wind. Didn't understand how hard my life had been, until I made it out to college, that is. Student loans, scholarships, money really is a life-saving gift. Turns out without money to burn, life lit me up instead. When I take the weights off my bat, it's intimidating. Lay people and weakened warriors cannot bear more than a glimpse, but the professionals agree. It's a marvel to see someone being artful after years of bread and water served through mental iron bars and labyrinth. It turns out to grow strong, I had to humble myself, allow another's teeth to chew for me, someone's mouth who had already met their mortal needs. Meat, after many years away, was a challenge. My teeth forgot the fibrous push and grind. When all I can do is allow care, then the choice to allow is powerful and strong. People keep telling me that I didn't do anything wrong. They weren't there. They can't be sure. I write it in the songs. Wrong side of the earth. I ran away from home, wide feet flying until I reached the wrong side of the earth. I fled as many miles as I could without joining NASA. I wasn't born a rich white boy after all. Run, 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 run. Is it enough? Now, all is safe and soft when I look at the world outside. Yet, focus pulls when vision turns within to what's left behind, where all the memories are still coming to understand the lay of the land, how time has passed, how barren dirt evolved to shaggy grass, how there are not 2 worlds within and without, only one world, a disco ball and its stately collection of mirror glass. Patronizing vocal tone is my birthright fentanyl haze. I know it isn't healthy, but it was the warm water of my mother's belly, and the human body craves scents familiar from early days. My small face learned the fact of hot breath, something part of the speech of love. Teeth were for snarls and fear, and for holding in the hiss of anger until later when it could explode for real. I am the grown, completed dream that was promised to women who boarded desperate ships, only for their lack of other options. Teen girls, bound for husbands whom they did not hope to love. Babies who cast their brave genes into the future. Such blooming children, girls who hoped something better would come, both from them and for them. The dream is charging in hard now. It comes in at a breakneck run. My ancestors would marvel at the power that I've won. The wisdom to know the difference. Today, I found out I have to move. So I cried for a few minutes. Then I went downstairs to the kitchen, cooked some pancetta, fried a fat chicken breast in the grease, chopped it with some Brussels sprouts, threw it all in a bowl with some chipotle mayo, and tossed it until I had chicken salad to eat. Red maple. Red maple grows and moves with the March wind, stretches arms after winter feeding deer. Sunrise or buds before the rest in spring. Rosy fiddleback figure draws me near. I stand browless and feral in the sun. If they poke, then they poke, the tree told me. Red maple watches as my rare sap runs. It sewed me a thick coat of autumn leaves. Red maple started small, but it grew high, cross-hatched with vines and forest history. It's warm out now, time to shuck clothes and fly. The clouds grow thick underfoot just for me. Wrap my warm body up in maple limbs. I sweeten at their touch, invite them in. Something I saw in the news. Department of Education is burning at the stake, melting down keys torn from children's hands. Foul fists are forging something useless and full of hate, but much shinier until fingerprints show the plan. One brick is ripped away, then another, then whole carts. A child trapped in a nightmare loses their only way out. A door becomes wooden shards, and one dainty sky blue size 2 tennis shoe plays hide and seek in piles of grout. Department of Education is burning at the stake. I always wanted to live inside an outrageous dream, but I meant one where I was famous and life was great, not one that fills me with outrage. Listen to the elders keen. Their softened hands have already read this page. How much force does it take to break it all apart? Which hammer stroke will pull the final nail, groaning from drowned planks? Someone more fit to lead carved their initials into the side of this ship long ago. How much abuse will we take while giving thanks? How long will we wait to accept all that we know? Department of Education is burning at the stake. You know what this means? It's our job now to educate the babies, children, and teens who we make. It's on us adults to remember what it was to grow, what it felt like not to know, and to sweep aside those wolves who would steer our next generations into hell with their sweet words and their deadly teeth. It's on us to sound the alarms and ring the bell. How much can we win if we only try? Department of Education, good night. So the last 2 poems I have to share with you are the newest ones. One is one that I'm still working on, so it's a work in progress. And the other is one that I plan to share at the upcoming open mic next week. So this work in progress is titled Stupid Long, Stupid High. My spine hurts. I'm not supposed to let that hold me back. I do as much as I can, which is never the same as or as much as what I wish my body could do. I want to wait in those stupid long lines for viral food trends because the hours spent standing there, shuffling slowly forward, are the hours when friendships are mortared into place. I want to go on stupid long road trips just for the sake of seeing the world's largest whatever the fuck, because the conversation that happens side to side is sometimes more honest than the one that happens eye to eye. I want to shop for stupid high heels with zero arch support, the ones that coach me into bunions, the ones that assure everyone around that I'm not too intimidating, I'm not to be feared, I can't outrun you, because when I could stand to wear them, the world treated me better, like I was a gift. But these days, my spine hurts, and I just don't have any time for that shit. Thank you so much to everyone who joins tonight. I have one more poem for you. It's titled, Let Us Rise. We all just want to see the sky, the noon glare and the full moon at midnight. I was taught to observe by wiser kin. I lived for too long as flattened land and learned too well the sound of hungry wind. Today, I'm trending Rubenesque, all glacier-rounded mountains where the air is crisp and fresh. An ancient black cat sits on my soft lap. To hold our elders safe is privilege. We all deserve a shot to see the sky, to marvel at white bridal veils as they drift by. The news tells me the dictators are building camps, but not to worry, little girl, only the very worst will be so damned. Good sir, do you mean the ones who got trapped between death's robe and taking a chance? We all just want to stroll and sniff the wind. Today I smelled the air and there was fearful blood within. Remember the pictures from back in the day when we got scared after 9/11 and folks disappeared to Guantanamo Bay? I saw ruined and bruised faces. I saw gaunt and rubbed raw wrists. Surely this time we can do better than that shit. Aw, thanks, Sam. We all just want a shot to rise, unmolested by bizarre jealousies. No one protesting because we exist. Nothing in the air but the perfume of bodies, witnessed by nothing but soft and loving eyes. We all just want to breathe. Lungs that have done no crime will find their ease. My generation was supposed to be the future, but the past wouldn't step aside, wouldn't die. It's wonderful that they're all still here, but they won't make room for us. Why not build our families homes instead of camps? Why not give us a fighting chance? We wanted to do more. We wanted to succeed. We took a look at the state of the world and we all got IUDs. We've been trying for decades now to get up off of our knees. We all deserve a shot to love the sky. Please just let us rise. Thank you so much to everyone who joined tonight. I hope you enjoyed what you heard. If you liked the first portion of this live session, then please consider buying my book, Give It a Home. It's available on the Barnes & Noble website. In other news, I have been releasing these live sessions as a podcast, which you can find on my Substack if you are so inclined. So I hope you check that out as well. I hope you have a great night, and I'll see you next time for another episode of Live with Lizzy. Bye.